Are you looking for a weekly project status report template? Perhaps something just like this, or maybe even something like this. Well, if that's the case, then you've come to the right place, because today I'm going to be walking you through how to create this project status report. Now, to save yourself some time, I've made both of these available for instant download, and you can get those in the link in the description below. It does come at a little cost, but it's less than the price of a cup of coffee, and it does help to support the channel, and it'll also save you the next 10 minutes or so. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and actually build this weekly project status report that you can use time and time again to update your stakeholders on your projects. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to open, I'm going to open a new slide here, but you'll need to open PowerPoint. It obviously depends on your platform of choice here. I'm obviously using PowerPoint. You may have some kind of equivalent. You may even want to build this out in Excel. It obviously depends on how you want to communicate this. Now, you also have various options. So when it comes to Excel, what you can do is you can build it here. You can copy it as an example, and you can also kind of paste it, particularly as an image or a picture, I should say, and you can kind of bring it in like that. But I've actually found that it's a lot more kind of flexible to build it out directly in PowerPoint. So that's what I'm going to be now be doing, and I'm going to simply be creating this. So let's start from scratch. Now, what I would recommend that you do to begin with is just provide some kind of core information at the top of the slide itself. So I suggest something like a project name, the manager, the date of the report, and the period covered. So to do that, I would suggest using a text box. So if you click insert and then go text box and then perhaps draw it at the top, and then what you can do is I'm actually just going to put this in kind of these brackets just to illustrate how you would do that. So project name, we'd have the project manager here, and then what you can do is just kind of drag this out. Select that text box, press Control C on your keyboard, Control V, and just take that across, make sure it's all lined up, and here you can then put in your date of the report, and you can put in your period covered. So that's at the top here. And you might even want to put in something else here that says weekly status report. You could put that in as a title as well. So you could do that. At this point, we're going to build the various components, as you can see here. So to do that, it's very, very simple. We're going to be leveraging the table functionality. So it all comes from clicking on insert and then table. So for the first table, I recommend a 4x1. Now, you do have lots of formatting options here. It completely depends on your kind of organization, your kind of branding, your coloring, also how you want to present it. I'm going to provide you with an example. So the first thing I did was drag that across just so that it kind of matches this section at the top. I could even do that as well. Let's just take that across. But as I say, yeah, this is a good base template which you can adapt to suit your needs. So what I would then do is click on table design, and I'm merely going to create what I did earlier, but as I say, you can choose any of these options. You can choose loads of different styles as well. So in this box, we're going to put overall project status, and we've got white to offset the grey background. Again, you could have a different color. You could even have a black text if you wanted. I'm going to put this down to 12. I'm also going to center it, and I'm also going to align it in the middle. And then once you've done one, so this template, the best way to build it is almost create something and then copy it to the next bit. That hasn't copied the formatting, so let me just write this all out. I'm going to put on track. I'm not sure if I press select all that, Control C, paste, keep source. That's what I need to have done. Click keep source formatting. So that's what you can do there. So we've got on track, or that's going to be the status itself. We've got the project status update, and then we have the this is going to be basically the high-level summary of what's happening. So as an example, what I used in my previous example is project is on track for completion at the end of, and I've put a date in here. This is a really high level summary of what's going on. This is almost your kind of key box to provide an update. So that's, you maybe want to draw some attention to this, so you may want to update the formatting accordingly. So as you can see here, we've not got everything in sync. So if I put this as a 12, make sure you've got the same font for everything. So let's just put that in there, center align middle. And then what you can do for this particular box, so you can use various different statuses. You can have on track, delayed, ahead of schedule as an example. You could also use rag statuses, red, amber, green. But what you're going to do here is you're going to click shape fill and then choose a color which coordinates with the status. So if it's on track, it's going to be green. We could go for a red if we were behind schedule. We could go for at risk. For an orange, we could go for a kind of, issues could, or risks or issues could prevent this project from meeting its target completion date. Let's put it in for green for now. So that's the first area. The next one we're going to do is we're going to do a table again, so a 4x2. Let's move this down here, and I'm just going to drag that across. I'm also going to drag that up. One thing I've noticed is for some reason that the default font size is 18. So if we do select all of this and put this down to a 12, you'll notice it makes that area smaller. So here we just want to enter, I need to change the table design color. We've gone for a gray, haven't we? So it'll be a timeline, scope. So these are the different project components which you may want to track. This may not be necessary, or it might be something you want to include. Most project status reports will include them, so that's why I have. So home, I'm going to put that in center, make sure that is in the middle as well. So there we have this, and then this is where you can put in your rags for each component. So let's say the timeline, we're going to say the timeline is on schedule. It kind of goes in is congruent with our project status update. The scope, we are going to say we're struggling on our scope, so I'll put that in orange. Costs are exceeding our budget, if you like, and then we're going to say that our resources, we've got some good resources on the project. So that's the second section. Now we've only got a couple of things left to do, really, but these are some of the key things you will want to include on your weekly project status report. So if I click insert, we're going to go for the table again. This time I'm going to recommend a 4x6. So 4x6. And we're going to drag that down. Again, make that grey or whatever color or formatting you want. I also need to turn this into, or change the text font. Again, I don't know why that's set to 18 by default. I want that to be a 12. And then I'm going to make this a bit smaller. I'm going to drag this across like this. And then at this point, I'm going to go insert text box, put it in here, and I'm just going to say work accomplished this week. I'm going to drag that across. I'm going to bold it, and I'm going to make that a 16. And then I'm just going to move it around, manipulate it, just so it's kind of looks okay. Looks, it's formatted well. It's all kind of in line, if you like. So here, the recommended columns I would suggest are deliverable, description. So this is where you can enter all your information going forward. What happened on this week? Target date, did the deliverable meet the target date? What was the description of the deliverable? What was the deliverable name? The final area is just an area for comments, always appreciated on templates like this. Then what I would do at this point, to save yourself having to build this all out again, is I would select this title, hold Control on your keyboard, select this table, Control C, kind of click over here, press Control V, and you'll see it's just kind of copied it across. Now, just make sure it's all in line. So you may need to kind of play around with this a little bit. So as an example, I'm actually going to make that a bit smaller, and I want to go again. It is worth it, trust me, because it saves so much inconvenience down the line. So Control C, Control V, you want this to look really professional. You want it to be all kind of lined up. So this one then would be upcoming work. And then here I would suggest something like week starting to suggest when the this new deliverable is due to be to begin. I would have again I would have a target date. What I might consider doing here is right click, click insert columns to the left. You could put status in here. You might want a status for each deliverable. Okay, but you'll notice that for the most part, we've still got the formatting is in place. And you can just manipulate this to make sure it's lined up by doing what I just did there. So that's that section. It's a little bit overlapping there. But what we could do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I think that's because of this. If we manipulate this, we might be able to get this to look okay. Yeah, we're getting there. So you see, I'm just bringing that up slowly, and it is slowly coming up, and then it's completely in line, and it just looks really, really professional. Now, the last thing we need to do is the risks and roadblocks. Again, I would base this all off of this table and section. So click this, Control C. Sorry, let's go again. Click this, Control, select this table with your left click of your mouse, Control C, Control V, drag this down to the bottom. I would then make this section large because we don't have anything else to fill. However, if you did want to add anything else, you could put that in this section here. But for the most part, I wouldn't think you'd need much more on your weekly status report. So I would just call this risks and roadblocks. And then I would just start putting the various columns in. So risk, issue ID, risk, issue name, risk, issue description, and lastly, I spelled that wrong, and lastly, just an area for the mitigation or the resolution plan against each risk. Now, as I said, you could have kept that narrow, this table, and you could have one for risk, you'd have one for issues, you could do that as well, just bear that in mind. But that really is the premise of this weekly project status report. As you can see, it's very easy to create. If you did want to pick this up pre-done for you, then there will be a link in the description for it, and you will also get this as well. So you may want to populate this in Excel and then copy it across. You may just want to copy or just enter all of this information in an Excel report. You might want to even send an Excel report to your stakeholders instead of a PowerPoint. You know, or you could be using another software like Numbers on Mac as an example, and you would use that for this. But yeah, that's essentially the video. I hope this was useful. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, drop them down below. If this was useful, please hit the like button and do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And maybe you want to check out some of my other videos which have teach you how to create various different project management templates. They may be useful too. So with all of that said, I hope you have an excellent day.